circle as we're ready to go here in Norman. And here is the right fielder, Elon Butler, junior out of San Jose, California.
And you mentioned a lot of lineup changes for Cal. Quiroga usually in the leadoff spot. She's going to Butler today. Understand the decision to have Quiroga go down to the 9-hole, maybe take a little bit of pressure off of her.
The 0-2 pitch from Sam Landry. Down the line, and that's a fair ball. Into the corner. Cassidy Pickering quickly gets it back in, but not in time to get the speedy Elon Butler. That is a leadoff double, the 93rd of the season for the Cal Bears, a program record in doubles. And Cal out to a hot start here.
Yeah, Elon Butler, I mean, just stepping up, trying to fire up her Cal team. She knows that this team needs some offense, and just roping down an 0-2 pitch. Gets
in center field again today. Was 1 for 2 in the ball game yesterday. And she has been a regular in the Bears lineup for 3 years now. The 0-1 again, pokes at it.
She has a lot of movement, try to get this ball in play.
And she does. And it's going to serve the purpose. Almost like a bunt. Slow roller to second. Adbayani.
That she threw of the game. But yesterday she talked about she only threw screwballs and changeups. She didn't even have to go to her rise and her drop. And so we'll look to see if she goes and
senior shortstop. The Vacaville, California was 0 for 3 with a strikeout yesterday in the win over Omaha. Oh, a suicide squeeze, got the runner hung up, but the throw is deflected.
Idea of it, I love the aggressiveness. I love trying to send a message, hey, OU, we're here, we're trying to put some pressure on.
California finished 9th in the ACC, first year in that conference, just as Oklahoma was in its first year in the SEC this year. The Sooners won the lead. 2-2 pitch, shot foul. Acacia Anders, Cal's all-time leader in 2 base hits, has 18 this season. Swung out and missed. Good changeup there from Landry. She pulled the string. This is a powerful hitter in the cleanup spot for the Bears. Again, had the game-winning RBI. Certainly the biggest of the 4 Cal hits yesterday. Second team All-ACC. Well, Sam Landry. No runs, couple of hits, just 1 walk. Struck out 4 using 116 pitches. Cassidy Pickering back in the leadoff spot. Ella Parker, just a devastating hitter as the designated player. And Sydney Barker, single. She's back in the lineup. Her bat has really gotten hot, so the freshman is playing right field today, batting in the 3 spot. Sophomore from the state of Texas. 14 homers, 45 runs batted in. It's been a fantastic sophomore year. Destructive force in the 1 and 2 spot in this Oklahoma order. And this one is hit toward the gap. Left center. Has a chance. Goodbye home run.
Pickering just giving no life. This is a 1-1 pitch on the outside corner, and she just crushes it. I mean, off the bat, a no-doubter. Gets the momentum going for the Sooners. Just anybody having to face these 2 hitters. They're professional hitters. They're in their sophomore season, and I asked Coach Gasso, what are they working on? What are they developing? And
Parker was 0 for 2 yesterday. That ended an 8-game hitting streak for her. This is a pop-up in foul ground. Marshall gets to it. That's Nyland Marshall again. And that's the first out. .104 home runs.
You see her in the 3-hole today.
And just a freshman out of Rockland, California. It's safe to say she's the hottest bat in the lineup. 2 for 3 yesterday, hitting .344 on the year. The shortstop cleanup hitter on deck. There is Garcia, and she has gaudy numbers as well. Also just a freshman. Floats inside, Walk Barker. So Annabelle Tepperson, who had a shutout yesterday. The Barkers, the Garcias, some of the other freshmen have certainly adapted well, especially handling the pressure that comes along with wearing a Sooners jersey.
Yeah, and as of late, they're the best when they're playing free, they're relaxing, they're having fun.
And here's another freshman, albeit a redshirt freshman, Nellie McEnroe-Marinas. 5'8" Hawaiian, who is a captain. This one is slammed to the gap, but there is Mika Lee tracking it down. She covers a lot of territory. Kaylee Pond to lead it off here in the inning, and she pulls it down the line. This has a chance, and it's off the pole for a home run. Kaylee Pond jumping on the first pitch to tie the game at 1. The fifth-year senior with her 5th home run of the year into this ball game offensively.
Yeah, Kaylee Pond, first pitch. This pitch is a drop on the inside corner. It is hanging a little bit. It's elevated. She crushes this. As soon as she sees it hit off that foul pole, she is celebrating. Pumped up. Cal up. Cal ties the game 1-1. Sorry.
A broken hand. She hadn't played in more than 2 months. She was injured on March the 7th, but it's the NCAA tournament, and she wanted to play so badly, and Chelsea Spencer felt she was ready, and for the second straight day, she's the designated player. Made the ACC all-freshman team. Couple of hits in this ball game for Cal, both of them for extra bases. Comebacker. Snagged by Landry, and we talked to Patty Gasso about Landry fielding her position.
Nice.
3-0 to Nyland Marshall. Crouched even more so than you see here. And draws a walk. Very salty 347 average, 11 homers, and 43 runs batted in. Sam Landry needs to tread lightly here with Quiroga.
Yeah, this is not your typical 9-hitter. And Quiroga, this is exactly where she wants to be after a day like yesterday. 2 strikeouts. She wants this moment.
Ooh, check swing. Didn't mean to. Aces clearing double to beat Texas in the Women's College World Series final last year. She's a hero around Norman, Oklahoma. 3-1. And walked her. To Ilana Agbayani. And you talk to Patty about Agbayani, and she'll say she is someone who stands out. When I saw her for the first time, I said, I want her on my team.
God, she's just a hustler. She plays big in big moments. Always communicating, always talking.
Transfer from BYU. Gets the bunt down. It's a good one. Throw to first in time. Who had a sacrifice yesterday, has another one today. Go ahead, Sooners today. Had an RBI hit by pitch, the first run of the game against Boston University. Pitch that was up and out of the zone, and Emerlin couldn't lay off. Oklahoma 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position yesterday. And drawing the walk, finally Emerlin. It was a good long at bat. 1 for 1 yesterday. Had a 12 batting champ last year, hit .431 as a .319 average coming into day 2 of the Norman Regional. It's been hard to come by. Oh, look out. Hit by a pitch again as Dayton, and the bases are loaded. That made it 1-0 at the time, for 15th of the year. The Sooners. Line drive, base hit. 1 runner's in as Sanders scores, and that's all that will score for Oklahoma.
It just works so well under pressure. You see her trying to keep the ball down. She was missing up high and elevating it, but Pickering still able to go down, stay strong. Oklahoma up 2-1.
47 runs batted in now for Pickering. And now look out, high and deep, but foul for Ella Parker. Starters, but you know, right now it's go time. It's the national tournament, and Patty Gasso needs this bat in the lineup. Bases loaded. 2-1 Oklahoma. One out, the 1-1 pitch.
Going from side to side.
And there's a base hit. Emmerling scores as they're going base to base, station to station, much like they did yesterday.
In these moments, you would want to crush it. You can feel the moment getting bigger. You've got bases loaded, but they're just doing the small things. They're just hitting behind the runner, singling the Bears.
Senior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Annabelle Tepperson allowed 3.
Reimers will be more up in the zone. She has more up spin, so trying to give a different look for the Bears.
The freshman, Sydney Barker. Swinging a hot bat right now for Oklahoma. 1-0 pitch. Hit well. And that's going to be a base hit. Again, just 1 run.
Just a little bit slower timing with Reimers. And Barker's just a little bit out in front and is able to still barrel through this. Stays behind it. Finds the ground.
You can see why Patty Gasso bent over backwards to get Sydney Barker's bat in the lineup. A walk and a base hit that scores a run. Pitching and defense has at times been an Achilles heel for Cal. The offense. Oh, and that hit. That's an RBI hit by pitch for Garcia. 4th run of the inning. It's 5-1 in the first inning. The only out in this inning, the sacrifice bunt by Agbayani. Bases loaded. Still just 1 out. If you're McEnroe Marinas, what are you looking for here, Todd?
I would look for that screwball. You can see Reimers just spinning that screwball in. I would look on trying to turn something. Just a big gap left center. Half. Either you're looking in, you're looking out. Just going to that screw and curve.
Chop foul. 2-2. Swung out and missed. Got her on the strikeout. 2 down. Back in late February. On in relief, trying to get out of this jam. Oh, it's hard and down the line, but foul. Anna Reimers in for Annabella Tepperson, who lasted an inning and a third. Another changeup and gets out of the inning. Sanders strikes out. But 4 come across for the Sooners in the second.
We only saw that from the Sooners.
Now it's Corey Hicks with the walk-off against BU in the 5th last night. Here's a comebacker off the glove of Landry. It's going to carry him over to Garcia, but she doesn't have a play. Mika Lee hitting a team best 386. 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Ground ball, that's through on the left side. Good piece of hitting there from Mika Lee. Lee comes from a long line of Cal graduates. Both of her parents, a couple of uncles, and an aunt have degrees from Cal Berkeley. And now Keisha Anders dumps one into center field for a base hit. Behind in the count 0-2. Another changeup, called strike 3, and Bell knew it. 1 down.
Going and showing that bunt, but same.
So the Bears captain sits down, and here's Kaylee Pond, who homered to start the second inning. 5th of the year for Pond. It was straight down the line off the pole in the corner.
And as your Kaylee.
It's for her 3rd year at Cal. Tore her ACL a couple of years ago, missed the entire. So just staying on the field has been a challenge. Here she is in her 5th year of college softball. And having a good season.
During this season, she's a little bit taller, so if you take a look, she's in her batting stance. She's standing a little bit taller before. She was a little bit more crouched, so she's able to get to contact quicker. She's able to have better eyes on the ball.
Cal has had base runners every inning. We got 2 on with 1 out. 1 run already in here in the 3rd. They already have more hits than they had yesterday in the win over Omaha. They only had 4 yesterday, 5 today. 2-2, sat on that off-speed pitch, and Kaylee Pond 1 for 3 in the regional. Oh, that hit her! And look at the emotion from the veteran Kaylee Pond as she takes her base. Bases loaded for Cal.
This just gets away from Landry. Just right at Pond, and she is fired up. This is momentum.
And now here comes Jen Roach. Comes up, the designated player. Struck out her first time up. Looking for her first hit since she was injured on March the 7th. Only her 2nd game back. This is the piece that Cal has been missing in this batting order. They've got her back, but you got to believe she's a little rusty. One pitch. 3rd base. 2nd for 1. Double play. Nellie McEnroe-Marinas starts the double play.
Live, this is such a sweet play. A 5-4. Just that transfer we saw on that double play, her being able to get rid of that ball, no hesitation.
Now, she pitched a little bit when she was at BYU. Patty has not used her in that capacity. And a leadoff walk. And came around to score in that 4-run 2nd. 2nd inning has been good for the Sooners so far in this regional. 9 total runs. And now this one is hit down the line. Foul ground. Diving! What a catch by Pond. Boy, is she having a day. Catch on the warning track and foul ground. And I don't know what she had for breakfast, but she has a ton of energy.
I am fired up here. I mean, just look at how long she has to go for this. Just lays out, going into the fence. But also what you don't see is Agbayani is leaving on the pitch. And so this is just huge.
As Abigail Dayton comes up with 1 on. And 1 out. Hit by a pitch, run scored. Another California native for Oklahoma. Comebacker. Reimers to 2nd. They're going to get 1 there. Reimers walked the leadoff hitter Agbayani. Now trying to get out of this inning unscathed. 3-2 pitch to Pickering. Popped up, and it's going to get out of play. Again, the 3-2. And is this going to stay in play for Marshall? It will not.
Everywhere.
She thinks she has a chance to catch every ball on the field.
She is the most energetic outfielder that I've seen. Her teammates, and just, you know, when she comes up with that ball, she's immediately screaming, pumping her chest. It's fun.
And that one gets in the dirt. Quiroga has to chase. And start her outside. She had an RBI single her last time up in the 2nd inning. She's 1 for 2. And now Quiroga wants a new softball. Doesn't like any that John Hand had. Reimers has her pitch. The 1-0.
That changeup just pops up, but
the 1-1. Line drive. Down the line. Foul. The big sophomore from LA, Ella Parker. Swung on and missed. And Anna Reimers. 0-2 to Mia Phillips. Ground ball to short. Charging as Garcia throws on the run. Makes it look so easy. Silky smooth. 1 down. Line drive right at the left fielder Pickering, 2 down. And you can see how the numbers have gone up. No sophomore slump for this kid. That pitch, you can see she's talking to herself, about the discipline she needs to have against Sam Landry. Landry's 1-2. Kept down and slapped into right field. That is a good piece of hitting by Quiroga.
All I need is one more pitch, and right here just keeps it simple. This is all you need to break things open for yourself.
Until she was in the 8th grade. And
yes, and most likely preparation to have her rest, knowing that they're going to have to use her arm the rest of the way.
Quiroga at first. 2-0 pitch. Walked her.
In these moments, she knows that she's got to shore those up, shore up those free bases.
Now the tying runner at the plate in Mika Lee. Lee swings at the first pitch, dumps it into center field. They're going to hold the runner at third. They slam the base, breaks on Quiroga, and she dives back into the bag again to do some damage. And she has pop in her bat. 6 home runs on the year. Cal's all-time career leader in doubles. Couple of 2-out hits today for the Bears. They could use another one here. Down 3 in the 4th. Ground ball right to third. Stepping on the bag is Reimers. Back in February against Baylor really stands out. Drove in 6 runs, had a grand slam, also had a 2-run shot out the foul pole. Hitter as well. Sanders walked to start the 2nd inning. Agbayani walked to start the 3rd. And now Barker walks to start the 4th.
Being challenged, wanting a different ball. So just really trying to settle back in.
Hit high, hit deep. Goodbye home run. Number 17 on the year for Garcia.
This is a 2-0 pitch, and just stays in her legs and just launches on this off the bat. I mean, there is no doubt that this is going to be out of here.
Garcia hit that 3-run walk-off. 20 multi-hit games, most on the roster. Walked her. And now, Patty Gasso is going to bring up Corey Hicks this night. 1-1. Hit well to center. On the warning track is Mika Lee.
The newer the ball, sometimes it's the grip. The seams are too high, and it's kind of sticky. You're not able to get a good grip. It's just all feel. Every pitcher is different.
Just missed off the... Been an excellent fit. Opposite field, deep, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. Pond is there. Makes the catch, gets it in quickly. First base, 2 down now.
The energy of Kaylee Pond in left field. So says, I have the loudest outfield, and Kaylee Pond is the leader of that.
And Cal, a team that has the offense. We've seen that. Oh, that hit her. And we'll see if that's going to indeed be the end of Anna Reimers. In recent games, they haven't scored a lot of runs. They were shut out at the ACC tournament, scored 1 yesterday, just 2 so far today. Ground ball up the middle, flip to second. They can't complete the play. Everybody's safe.
Especially in these moments, just being able to take care of the ball, that's a big out right there. That's a give-me out.
So many times already this weekend.
Right, and you just kind of go back and you think about the walks and you think about the errors of just opportunities to shut the door.
Fly ball, deep left center field. Goodbye, grand slam.
No mercy, just capitalizing on all of the opportunities, all of the walks, all of the errors that the Bears are giving, and Cassidy Pickering just delivering and being clutch like she always is. Second home run.
And they were both opposite field home runs. Parker, ground ball. Phillips, this national tournament, 31 automatic bids, 33 at large. Cal, the only at large here in Norman. Chopper to second. On Saturday, how quickly we reduced the field from 64 to 32, barring weather, every regional.
And so I'm sure we're going to get a lot of gritty games across the country.
The field will be down to 16 for next weekend's Super Regionals. If you have Kaylee Pond's energy, you might be able to lead in the third, and made a beautiful catch and foul ground on the warning track in left field. One out, the 1-2 to Pond. Ground ball. Cal is used to playing in front of big-time crowds. They played over 13,000 for that game. Again, the 3-2. Called strike three, ball game.
Yeah, and Cal just great at bats today. They just got to shore it up in the circle. They lost some gas in the circle, but if they can go and they pile on that offense, and so we can continue to look to them to being a force offensively.